on, everyone? It's Mike back again, back with the man with the plan. It's John. He's jumped on. He was buzzing, really. He was like a shitting dog in the corner for 93 minutes. Then, how are you?
I'm all right now. Fuck it now. Honest to God, I've never gone through 90 minutes torture like that. And I know we keep saying this every week when we've been picking up points, because to be honest, we're on a bit of a run at the minute, and we say it's the biggest 90 minutes of the week, but of the season every week, and that was massive. That is a massive result. Results have gone our way all weekend, and in the past we've been where if only Everton would have picked up points there because other teams have been beaten, it could have gone in our favour, and this week you've took advantage of it.
Yeah, it felt like a real watershed moment this season when we played Wolves, and me and you did our match reaction, and we even argued, if you remember. Like, that was the last time you was on. We argued and everything.
Is that when you fucked off like a baby?
That was when I fucked off like a baby. Yeah. It was just, I was convinced we were down. I said we needed 6 points that week, and I didn't see us winning away from home. I mean, that 3 points that we lost then, I said we'd have to make back up, and we have. I mean, the run of form we have actually been on with the teams we have played is actually it's remarkable. We've taken 4 points off Leicester, 3 off Chelsea, 3 off Manchester United. Yes, we lost to Liverpool, but we were in the game for 60 minutes and should have had a penalty. I mean, when you look at the run of form we've been on over the last 5 or 6 weeks,
where did it come from?
Well, this is what I mean. This is what I mean, But after the Burnley game, I said on my channel, is this the time where you say, right, Frank, it hasn't worked, go and get in a Sam Allardyce? How wrong was I?
Do you know what? Before we get on to that, I want to give a special mention to the fans. I mean, last week outside Goodison was, the pitches are fucking worldwide, Michael. Only Everton fans would do that. Only Everton fans would do that. And then yesterday, you had them outside Finch Farm again. The pitches have gone fucking global. The videos and what have you. Everton fans, obviously, I'm not there today. Michael's not there today. But for all of us, as a collective thing, last week, this week outside Finch Farm, today, all you could hear was the fans at Leicester. You are the heartbeat of Everton Football Club, and absolutely take me hat off to every one of yous and us. Well, have you? We've been there. I've had us down this season, but the people who were there last week outside the ground, getting the coach in, yesterday who's seeing the coach off, and today the fans who were at Leicester today, absolutely world class.
It showed.
Fucking fantastic. And you know what? It shows, as Michael, I'm using Michael's words, and it shows, but you know what it is, right? There's a collectiveness now in this fan base, in the team. Lampard's come in, right? And as Michael said, before, he's been through stages where he's like, look, Frank, it hasn't worked, blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you now, he won't be saying that now, because what Frank's done, he's conjoined the fans and the team, the fan base, the club as a whole. There's a togetherness now, and I was thinking before, when we were 2-1 up and we got over the line, that's probably a game. We've lost 2 defenders today. That's probably a game where we, at the most in years gone by, we probably only draw, at best. We probably lose. There's a togetherness there now, and I'm gonna say it now on stream with Michael. I think we'll probably stay up now. You asked me that 3 weeks ago. I had us down, like a lot of Everton fans did. So you're a credit to this football club, Everton fans. You really, really are.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely spot on. Those away fans today, they'll have sore throats, sore heads probably in the morning, not just from the alcohol and that, but from the constant singing and shouting. And for 93 minutes today, they did not stop singing. I couldn't be any prouder to be a Blue. Like, I am so proud
We're privileged. We're privileged to be Everton fans. We are. We are. Look, we haven't had the success that other teams have had, but I tell you what, as a fan base, there's no one better. There's no one better.
And it shows what we can do when us and there's been times this season, there's been times in the past where you could argue that both the Everton fans and the Everton players have needed each other. But as you rightly said, there hasn't been that coming together like this season. The facts are, it is us. It is us as Everton fans, in my opinion, that has kept this football team up. Touch wood, if it happens. Because you know, for there to be singing like that outside the stadium, for there to be today
a send off outside the
farm.
I
mean, it's like every single game these players are going there knowing that they've got the support on their side. Now, what we need to make sure we do is keep it up, keep this going, because this works. This works.
If we stay up,
we win the Champions League in 2 years if we keep doing this.
Michael, I'm telling you now, if we do that, if we stay up from next season, we go to Finch Farm every Friday on away games. Every home game we're outside St. Luke's Church. I'm telling you what, we'll win the fucking lot.
Right, let's bring it back down a level then. So Everton won today. We beat Leicester, but honestly, John, and me and you spoke at half time. It was very touch and go. Certainly first 10, 15 minutes, we were right under it. I mean, they could have scored after 2 minutes.
I mean, I'll say it now. You know, the stream I was watching on, the commentator said it was a comedy of errors at Everton's back line. And, you know, it's probably like that for 93 minutes, really. But it was the fight, you know, and Everton, you know, we had a couple of chances there where Gordon got in behind and could have put the ball across. He had a couple of shots, but, you know, I think Everton deserved the 3 points. You know, probably looking at man of the match, I'll say it already, it's Jordan Pickford. But I just thought, you know, the fight, Michael, you know, and the biggest thing for me is to get 3 points away from home. We haven't picked 3 points up away from home since August. And you asked me a month ago, with the games that we've had, are we getting this many points now? I would have said, no, we're probably getting beat against Leicester straight away because we had the worst record away in Europe. Yeah, you know. But going back to the game, as you say, I thought it's that fighting spirit that has got us over the line again, Michael. It is, you know, Decore wasn't great, but his long legs were getting in when there's balls up here, do you know what I mean? And getting them out the way. And Delph putting tackles in. Mikalenko before he went off injured. Again, Mikalenko was fantastic. He come up with a scream and a world-class goal. I thought Everton deserved the win away. And when was
Wait there. I just want to add one thing to what you've just said. Mikalenko scored a world-class goal from an Alex Iwobi cross.
He picked him out. He looked up and he went, there, there's little Mickey there. Get this on your left foot, son, and smash it. And he did. And he scored the goal of the season. Messi, fucking have a look at that, son. No, but it is. It's just, this is what Everton do to you. You know, a month ago, we were sitting on our ass. We weren't on chairs. We were on floors. We were so down. And now, you know, I'm on a barber's chair and I keep going up and up and up. But it's just, this is what Everton do, you know, and this is why I was saying to you before, Michael, if we do manage to stay up, needs to be changes in the summer because we can't go through this again. We can't. We just can't.
No. I did say this. I did say, so Aston Villa, the season they went down, the season before they went down, they finished above the drop by 1 point. And then they went down. Everton need to make sure that they don't do that. We find a positive. But I've got to be honest, and I don't know whether this is just the overhype and the excitement, but I think Frank Lampard has really, really invested in what it is to be an Everton fan. I'm still not sitting here saying he's the best manager in the world and tactically he's genius. He absolutely. But what he has done, certainly over the last 6 weeks, is he's learned how to tighten us up and he's learned how for us to hit on the break. And we've done it now. We've won games. We've drew games that on paper you'd probably expect us to lose. We've given tough games to Liverpool, for example, at their place, which No, I mean, me and you, we were joking before the game. We were joking before the game, saying it could be 7-0. Like we were that low, we were that down in the dumps, and honestly, I can't believe what Frank Lampard has installed in not just the players, the fans, but he's installed around the entire club.
It's everything from the cleaners to the stewards to the players to the fans. We've come together as one, and I seen something on social media the other day saying that Frank Lampard, this is probably the biggest job he's ever had. And I know he managed Chelsea, but Chelsea weren't in the position Everton are in at the minute. And for what he's done since he's come in, with a group of players that have seen 6 managers off in 7 years, he's got players playing. Iwobi, Mykolenko was, took us a while to find his feet when he first come to the Premier League.
Me and you both said when Mykolenko come in, we both said we were worried about his physicality. We were worried about him adapting to the Premier League. He looked like a championship defender, didn't he? He did.
We even said, what will Baines do to come out of retirement for 12 months?
Now look.
But the goal, and also to add to that, Michael, the shit that he's got it going on in his head at home with his dad fighting in the war, that must be so tough for him. And week in, week out now, for the last 4, 5, 6 weeks, he's putting in performances like that and he's scoring goals like that. He was absolutely fantastic in the derby. Again, he kept Salah quiet. Today he scored a world-class goal. And he put a top performance in up until he went off. It's down to the togetherness, making players believe. Look at Iwobi. He's another one. He's playing out of his skin. Rondon coming on, doing a job, holding the ball up. Lampard is, for me, I'm not saying he's the bread and butter of the club or what have you. Do you know what I mean? And we're going to win all kinds under him. But, as I said before, Michael, he's got something going in the dressing room now. He's got the fan base. He's got the connection with the fans and the players. And let's be honest about it, Michael. We all slag Premier League players off. They're not asked and what have you. These fans have realised what Everton have done and the fans have done the last couple of weeks, and the players have bought into it. And it's not, it's not very often you can say Premier League players buy into the fans, because they're not asked. They're still getting £120,000 a week and going home into the mansions. These players have realised how big this fan base is, how big this club is. And since they've done that last week, in a couple of games before that, and today, Finch Farm yesterday, the players are buying into it now. And as I said before, Michael, I know I keep saying it, the togetherness now within Everton Football Club is something that we haven't seen for a long time.
I think a lot of credit has to go to the the fans forum. I don't know all of the fan channels that have been involved.
Hand stores have been behind it. The 27-year campaign have been behind it. We've had
County Road Bobblers.
County Road Bobblers have done it. Cameron's been with it.
Yeah. I think Toffee TV have been involved. I think View from the But everyone, has came together when it has really, really mattered. And the positive is, I think we've done enough. I think we've done enough to stay up. I really do.
I'm not getting too ahead of myself, because this is Everton. Let's, as you said before, pipe it down a bit. If we can beat Leicester away, we're unbeaten now. I think it's 3 games or something, is it? Or whatever it is. I think it's 3. We've got Watford away. They're already down. They'll have the flip-flops on already. So if we can beat Watford away, and then we've got 2 home games, then I think, I do want to say we're safe, but we're not yet. Until we're mathematically safe, this is Everton Football Club. Do you know what I mean? But if we can beat Watford away, which that will give the players an absolute massive lift after today, and then we've got 2 home games, then I'm going to say it now, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, I think we can pick up. I think we can pick up. I don't want to be overconfident. I don't. I'm gonna be tempted to say another 7 points. But honestly, I think we should win our next 3.
Well, yeah. Can you imagine? If we win Wednesday, right? Or I think it's Wednesday or Tuesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
What the 2 home games are going to be like with the fans? Goodison will be absolutely shaken to its timbers. I'm telling you what, the old lady's seen some rocking nights, but I'll tell you what, I'll be watching that fucking top balcony because it'll be fucking like your bed.
I just want to talk about one other player, if that's all right, John. I don't know how much time you've got. I don't want to overkill it, but
go on, fine.
Jordan Pickford saves today. I mean, there was at one point this season, people were saying he shouldn't be England. Even I said it. I mean, I said it, I think, or the season before, saying he'd made loads of mistakes. He wasn't good enough, or Peter was wrong. You even said, because I know you've got a friend who's a psychologist or whatever, or a friend of yours, and he was saying that I think Jordan was seeing someone. Yeah. So Jordan Pickford today looks very different to what he did, 12, 18 months ago, goal-wise.
Do you know what it is, Michael, right? He's pulled some world-class saves off. The Chelsea one, I think Lee Mack, a friend of ours from the Bullens View, said it's the best save he's ever seen live.
Yeah.
The best save he's ever seen live. If the ball hits me in the face like that, I'm still on the deck right now a week later. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But he's come on. But do you know what it is as well, Michael? Apart from today, because I thought the defence looked a bit shaky today, but when you've got a defence in you, that's defending as a unit, right? Because your goalkeeper's only as good as your defence, right? Yeah. So if you've got a defence who's defending as a unit, gives you a bit more confidence, and when you're winning games as well, it's all come as one with Jordan Pickford, and it's just come at the right time, because some of these saves, again, he got down low today at the last minute. He pushed it out, and I think he was blocked. His view was blocked. For me, at the minute, he is England's number 1. He is England's number 1.
Kasper Schmeichel had exactly the same thing. Went down low and just passed it to Mason Holgate, who headed it in for the second. I want to just talk about a couple of injuries as well. Mikalenko, I don't know what the problem is, but I'm hoping it's not too serious.
He ran off earlier, so hopefully it'll be okay.
The one's Mina. Now, yet again, it's like his legs are made, as you described it on the phone to me, Weetabix.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But you know what? I'm starting to look at it now, Michael. And I said to you, it's probably not the case. But shut that door, please. It's probably not the case. But not long after him backheading it and them scoring, he goes down. Now, was he not up for the game? I don't know. That's probably I'd probably get shot down for that. But players do that, by the way. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
But
he was shaky, John. There was no getting around it. He was very shaky.
I've seen a stat before a half time on social media. He's on £120,000 a week. He's not going to get offered another contract by all accounts. Since he's been at the club, he's only played in 58% of the games that he's been about, since he's been at the club. £120,000 a week, and you're only playing just over 50%. I can see why Everton are going to offer him another contract.
Yeah, to me, it looks like he'll go in. Look, there is no doubt, in my opinion, he is our best centre half. I genuinely believe it.
We've said it on here for years, Michael. If you keep Yerry Mina fit, he's the best centre half of the club. The problem you've got is, as soon as his weak legs start going and the Weetabix, you put a bit of milk on them, bang, he's gone.
Bit of milk.
He's gone. He's gone. You know what I mean? He's gone. And another special mention as well, Mason Holgate. I thought he had a good game today.
Do you know, it's funny, apart from the mistake at the start of the game, where I got it wrong, actually, because I thought it was Coleman that jumped into the back of Mina, but it was Holgate. But I don't understand why they did that. Like, that was just a mistake. It was stupidity.
There's no talking,
But when Michael Keane come on today, and I'm not Michael Keane's biggest fan, everyone knows that, but It definitely did seem just a little bit more organised in the back foot. We were overrunning midfield. There was lots of shots from outside the box, and we was for the whole game. And I think he would have changed that if Mina wasn't a substitution, if Mikalenko wasn't a substitution. I think he would have brought Allen on at some point. But
yeah,
for me, it just seemed a little bit more composed. I thought Alex Iwobi at this right wing back position looked absolutely inspired. He can beat people, he can tackle, he can carry the ball, he's learnt to cross. I mean, it's like he's like a different player. And then when you've got the energy of Gordon on top, brilliant.
I was talking to someone the other day regarding Iwobi, and he was saying Alex Iwobi is so he's trying so hard to do his best for Everton Football Club, you know, and we've all slagged him off. We've all slagged him off, but we've also called him Iwobinho as well. So, you know, but the person I was talking to said Alex Iwobi wants nothing more than to do his best for Everton Football Club. And you know what? He is. And a special mention to Lampard as well, because Lampard's getting the best out of him.
Yeah.
He's found that right back position for him. And he's slotted in like he's done it before for many years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think today, you know, for 90 minutes, I was absolutely shitting my pants. But I think we can probably look at it now with a bit more confidence than what we have over the last month and say, barring an absolute catastrophe, we're probably going to be in the Premier League next season. And as I said to you before, Michael, this can't happen again. No. If we stay up, it can't happen again. Changes need to be made at the club. I think we're going to see a lot of big money earners going out in the summer. This Kevin Thelwell's coming now, the new director of football. You know, if Frank stays, which I think he will if we stay up, we don't know what will happen if we go down. I think that's up in the air, but that's the unthinkable. This cannot happen again. They can't put us fans through this again, because I'm fucking sick of it now.
2 more points before I end. Richarlison today, I felt like he ran his socks off. I felt like he was a pain, but he won more headers than I'm used to him winning. You know, there was moments in the second half where Leicester players are having to essentially deck him, like they're having to jump over the back of him. And I thought he, not that he played really well, but he battled really well. I love the fact that he is Mr. Everton.
Do you know what? Probably get shot down for this as well. People will agree with me. People won't agree with me. He never really plays well. He never really. I mean, how many man of the matches does Richarlison get? It's not many. It's not many. But what he does, as you've just pointed out there, Michael, he'll win headers when he has to. You know, if he wins it and flicks it on, and there's no one to run onto it, it's still down the opposition's end. You know, he puts the fullbacks under pressure. Richarlison never, ever, really is man of the match and puts a fantastic performance in. But as you said, he's Mr. Everton. He runs his socks off. He puts challenges in. He goes down when he has to, whether he's injured or not, just to waste time. And that's what you get with Richarlison. Do you know what I mean? He done a job today. But when Richarlison's fit, he starts every week for me anyway, so it makes no difference.
And then one last thing. Calvert-Lewin. Yet again, Rondon was brought on instead of Calvert-Lewin. If it's about physicality...
We had this conversation at half-time on the phone. What do you think Lampard's doing at Everton?
I genuinely believe we're not allowed to get him injured, and therefore he's off in the summer. I'm convinced of it.
He makes that 50-60 million pound move.
Well, if it's that much, but yeah.
Well, if we go down, it's 50% of what a fee being agreed with certain clubs. So we'll only get 30 million, but we'll see. But as you said last week, Michael, you pointed it out last week to me, and it's happened again. Rondon got brought on before him, which I have no problem with, by the way.
No, I don't either.
I have no
but that's what
problem with
scares me.
me. Calvert-Lewin has pissed me off. No end up. My opinion, so please don't have a pop at me. I don't think he's been injured half of the time that Everton reported he's been injured. I just think he can't be asked. But we bought him for £1 million, I think, from Sheffield United. So
Yeah,
if we can get 50, 60 million for him, what a fucking profit that is. Everton, get on the blower to me. I will drop him off wherever you want me to take him, and I'll charge you the fuel money. I'll even buy us dinner in the services. That's what I think of Richarlison. What does it tell you when Rondon for the last 2 weeks has been brought on before him? As Michael quite rightly said, I think Everton are protecting him.
Yeah, that's what I think. And the last thing, the referee. Yet again, the referee. There was a couple of challenges. Look, I'm not one for running around screaming for yellow cards and red cards. Look, I'm not. When I played football, I was a dirty player myself. I deserved more yellow cards and red cards than I got. But I was a dirty player. I used to lose my head, all sorts. I get it. But I definitely felt today like Craig Pawson, yet again, when it comes to Everton, they just don't book players against Everton. Like Evans today genuinely stands on Gordon's foot. I mean, it's not like he's a small lad either. He's a big boy, stands on Gordon's foot. And then literally, I think 10 minutes later, he takes him out on the ball.
Straight away. Straight away. I don't know what this vendetta is against Everton, because it's not as if we're going to upset the Sky Super Six, the darlings of the fucking Premier League. What is this vendetta against Everton that the FA, the Premier League, the referees have got, the PGMOL, I think it is, whatever it is.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? You know, honest to God, I'm going off the subject of Everton now because you've got me on one now. This fucking Super League.
My God, that's it.
Right? I hope it fucking happens. Fuck them. Get them fucking, the darlings out of this fucking league, because then Everton might get more decisions. Why? You know, we're honest to God, right? Starting me now. Fucking hell, we're going to be here till about 10:30, right? Brilliant. But Man City, the handball. Liverpool, the penalty. The week before Man City, Southampton. We wouldn't have to go through this today, what we've gone through for fucking 90 minutes, if it was fair. What is the vendetta? But this is for another video, and we will do one when we're safe, or at the end of the season. And we'll talk about how Everton have been fucking treated this year by the FA.
Right, last question. Last one, promise. How many points do we get out of the next 4 games?
So it's Watford.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Brentford.
Yeah.
Don't know with Brentford. They're playing well. But
yeah, I know.
I'll go for 3. 6.
Yeah.
Then Palace. 9.
Yeah, then Arsenal away.
Well, no, I couldn't give a shit about Arsenal, to be fair. We're fucking safe. 9 points. Fuck it. Yeah. Go ahead, Mikel. Here's your fucking pass to fucking Champions League.
Brilliant. Guys, it's been a pleasure as always. Keep smiling. John, thanks for coming on, mate. And that was your match reaction. Everton beating Leicester 2-1 at Leicester. Everton turning Leicester City's ground into a second coming of Goodison Park. It was splendid. And there's the lads in his Everton shirt. There you go. It's good to see. It's about time you wore that more often. Guys, I will be at Goodison next week. I'm bringing up the wife and Finlay as well. So make sure you come over and say hello as always. Thanks for the support.
It's been nice to see me boy's mum again.
Honest to God, I fucking hate you sometimes. See you later, guys. Peace.
Cheers, folks.